Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode.
Welcome back.
Amanda just recently completed her first triathlon.
Yes.
This is what you might call a bucket list thing for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you tell us all about it?
So I'm not a good swimmer by any means. Honestly, I don't really know how to swim. So I knew I've always wanted to complete a triathlon, but I knew the swimming was like an absolute no-go. And so my coworker and another really good friend of mine decided to do the relay. So my friend Jen did the bike, or I'm sorry, my friend Jen did the swim. My friend Shayla did the bike, and I was the runner. And it was one absolutely freezing in Morro Bay, but it was such a fun and unique experience because you have like athletes who can do all three sports. You have athletes who, like myself, only felt comfortable doing the run. And it was just this, I feel like anytime I'm in any type of athletic event, you see everyone with, every shape, size, color, everything's there and everyone's kind of accounted for. And I always love people who try to do big things like a triathlon. And it was a really, really fun experience. Really fun.
You've talked about if you have some sort of goal or dream, like you've had of doing a triathlon, to not allow what you perceive yourself as being unable to do to limit that.
Yeah.
So you weren't comfortable swimming, you weren't comfortable biking, but you're comfortable running.
Mm-hmm.
And the solution became, I want to do a triathlon. Let me find two other people who will do the other two parts of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You want to talk about that at all? Or just encouragement?
Yeah. So if there is a way for you to do a goal and of yours, even if you can't do all of it or most of it, like the sprint triathlon, you could do you can have three people. So you can have a runner, a biker, and a swimmer. So say if you want to do another event where maybe you're not comfortable doing the distance, like you can still show up and participate with like maybe a relay, or you don't have to do the whole thing. There's no way I could have done the whole thing, like period, end of story. I could not have done this without my two teammates. And it was something that I've always wanted to do, and I'm so glad that I did it. Not to brag or anything, but we won our age division. So there's also that. I've never considered myself a competitive person, but when Jen told me that we won our age division, I was like, yeah, and we could do better next year, and like maybe I'll get faster. I was just like, okay, calm down a minute.
Probably could get faster.
Probably. Shut up. I probably could get faster. Oh.
What I'm hearing you say is there's something to be said about releasing our attachment to how we think things are supposed to look and instead focus on what could be possible.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So we all have these ideas of how things are supposed to look, and it's the picture perfect quintessential image of it. But then when life happens or circumstances do not exactly match up to what that blueprint requires,
Yeah.
we can sometimes get so fixated in on the idea of losing that idealized image that we just don't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm hearing you say is instead just it's asking yourself what's possible, what can it look like?
Yeah.
And what will it take to make this experience come true? And all of us could find some sort of compromise in that.
Yeah.
Right. So just focus on the possibility. And then two, you can, on that same thread, it would be easy for you to say, well, okay, I'm just never going to do this again because of brain surgery. But instead it was not what can I do, but what can I do?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a great thing is just asking all of ourselves that question, what can I do? What can I do?
Yeah. And also like the what if, what if this is possible?
Yeah,
what
absolutely.
if I can pull together a team? And honestly, our team has changed a few times.
But that pulling it together a team too, Amanda. That's something you talked about, pulling together a team for your medical,
Yeah.
and that's a great question for all SAS is what if? So whatever the goal is, what if? And then what team do I need to pull together to make it happen?
Mm-hmm.
If it's a business idea somebody has, if it's a charitable idea somebody has, if it's organizing their own race, if it's running a triathlon, competing in a triathlon, if it's building a water well somewhere, what if?
Yeah.
What can I do? What team? What people do I need to surround myself with to help make it possible?
And I did.
You did.
I somehow summoned the fastest people.
Fortunately,
like,
two
okay,
friends
but
are,
I will say this. This was something that was so incredible about the triathlon. I had no idea. I've never been to a triathlon. I had no idea what to expect. I will say that our swimmer, Jen, was a collegiate swimmer. So I knew that she was going to be fast, but she's like, oh, I haven't swam in X amount of time. And during the heats of the relay, there are like these colors. So we were the last color and we were green. And then I think pink came before us and then orange. And I very much remember when because we were trying to figure out how do we transition, because Shayla and I have never done this before. And all of a sudden I was looking at all these caps and most of them were orange and a couple pink. And then all of a sudden I see a green one. I'm like, oh no, is that Jen? It was. She like blew, she was super fast. So all of a sudden Shayla and I are like running to get to the staging area. And we're like, is this Jen? Is this Jen? And it was Jen. And we're like, oh my gosh. Only to be followed up by Shayla, who's like an absolute beast. I love her so much. She was
almost Olympics.
Almost Olympic for pole vaulting. Obviously, so very different than biking.
She's a super
athlete, but so is Jen. And I mean, God, probably in some respects, which I would never call myself that. Oh.
So another thing too that could go with that is when you're going to do some sort of team event, make sure you bring in ringers. It doesn't hurt to have collegiate and Olympic level athletes in your phone book to do it.
Right. That's always nice. And this is Olivia. Yeah. So it was fun, and I'm so glad to do it. And hopefully we'll have a second and more times to do it again.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else for this one?
Nope. Just thank you. Thank you to thank you to Jen and Shayla and Jamie and Blake. Thank you for being there. And another beautiful thing is maybe we can get a photo of it is when I ran across the finish line, Jen, Shayla, and I ran together.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And we have a really kind of cool finishing photo because I couldn't have done it without them. And so I wanted them to be there at the end.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. That's it for this one?
Yes.
As always, we love and appreciate you all. Thank you so much for tuning in and sticking with us on this journey. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good job, you guys!